exclusive episode of Youth Angle on TV Taraba. I am your host, Eunice Yakubu. Today we are going to be looking at how to do it yourself. But before we go into that, I would love my damsel guest to introduce herself.
Okay, hello Taraba. My name is Umukoro again.
Thank you very much, Faith. We are so happy to have you in the studio. So, how to do it yourself? A lot of you might be wondering, what is how to do it yourself? God created each and every one of us with a very special and unique talent inside of us. So it's left for you now to discover it and develop it. So how to do it yourself simply means how you use what has been laid in you to make it in life. You don't just sit at home idle. You use your hands to produce something that will be useful not to you alone, but also to your society. So Faith, we would love to start with you. We don't know, as you can see, we have beautiful craft on my table and I have one here. So can you tell me what all these are?
Okay, this is actually called paper crafts.
Okay.
It's a part of art that has to do with manipulating paper, different types of paper to make whatever you want to make with them.
Wow.
So that's what we have here.
So thank you. All right, but please, can we know you? We only know your name is Faith. So who is Faith?
Okay. Like I said earlier, my name is Umukoro again. I am from Delta State, currently serving here in Taraba. And I'm a graduate of University of Port Harcourt. I'm a first-class graduate of Geography and Environmental Management. Yes, so apart from academia work that I do, I like to make researches, yes. I also make use of my hands to make paper crafts. I enjoy making paper crafts. So I make flowers, I make cards, I make backdrops, I make anything you can think of, paper bags, etc., etc.
Wow.
Out of paper.
Wow, that's good. So Faith, we don't know. Do you just wake up one morning and decide to go into paper craft, or it has been your vision right from the beginning?
Okay, that's a long story. I'll be fast.
Please, we have all the time.
Okay, about 9 to 10 years ago, my brother-in-law came in as usual on Christmas Eve, and he came with an hamper of gifts. And in that hamper, I noticed that there was a card, something like this.
Okay.
And it was very beautiful and very catchy in the eye. So I just picked it up and was looking at it. I was admiring it. Everybody liked the card. They've not seen it before. It was hard. It's not like the usual card that you see on television, in supermarkets.
Markets.
So I picked up the card and was just looking around. And what caught my attention was the price tag attached to it.
Wow.
It's I think it was 15,000 naira. It got the card. So
15,000 naira for just the card.
I was like, what? How would you get a card for 15,000 naira? Just this card. What is so special about this card?
Okay.
So I told myself that I was going to find out what that card was all about, why it was that expensive, and why it was just that expensive.
All right.
So one day, I sat down and dismantled one part of the card. Yes, I dismantled one part of the card. Nobody knows though, but I dismantled it. Okay. I just wanted to find out on the material that were used for that card and all that. So when I got them, I took the card to a bookshop and I asked them the names of the materials I could see, the paper, the one inside and the one that was used to cover it, and the ones that were used for the designs. And they told me the names, and I bought, I think, a piece of each of them. And I went home, followed, just by mere looking at the card, I reproduced the card. And I reproduced it exactly the way it was, like exactly the way it was. And when my parents came back from work that day, they were like, wow, you did this yourself? I was like, yes. By just looking at it, I said yes. And so that was where the whole thing started from. I started making those cards. But then I was making, like I said, that was like 9 to 10 years ago. I just used to make it for making sake. I make them usually and give them out as gifts. I don't sell them, I don't do anything. Not until 2017, when I was in final year in school. And I don't know, one morning I just remembered that I had a gift. I had a skill, let's put it that way. So I started putting my hands to work and started making it. I think it was in 2017 February, during the period of Valentine. So I made some red and white cards and started selling it. I remember the first card I sold it for 500 naira, but that was the only card I sold for 500 naira. because the next one was for 1,000 naira, the next one like 1,500, 2,000, and that was how I started making cards for sale. I make cards now, not only cards. That was what I started with. I also make flowers out of paper. I make paper bags, like these grocery bags, brown bags for shopping. I make those ones too, and I make props like what you are holding.
Wow! Oh my God! So you can imagine, we all have a special, unique talent inside of us. By just looking at a card, she was able to replicate it, and then she picked up a challenge from there. You understand? Something arose in her that said, no, if this thing can be sold at 15,000 naira, just a card, man, that means I have something inside of me. I can do the same thing. So I don't know, a lot of us have those giftings and talent inside of us. That something you can buy at 30,000 naira, you can just sit and make it yourself. But some of us are just too lazy to go about it. So Faith, I don't know, did you experience any challenge on your way, or was it all just smooth and swift when going through the process of making paper cards and other things?
Okay. The fact that I did not learn it from anybody was kind of a challenge, because I needed to ask some questions about measurements, because it has to do a lot with brain work, calculation. You not just sit down and start making cards. You have to plan the measurements you would use, the kind of materials you would use, the kind of gums you would use, because you could just go to the market and say, give me a Evo stick, and use a Evo stick, and you find that it will spoil the work somehow. So my first challenge was with getting materials and knowing which material to use at specific times. For example, I have never used cardboard paper to do cards.
Wow.
Because it will not come out well. Okay,
so we are thinking cardboard paper is...
Yes, no, cardboard paper is it's not just good for cards. So I had that challenge. Then the next challenge I had was where to get these papers, where to get these materials. Yeah, I found out some bookshops around my school there in West of Port Harcourt. They sold some of the papers, but I knew that there were more colors I needed. They had normal white, green, blue, but I needed colors like lilac, colors like lemon green of papers. So it was a challenge for me at first, but then I was able to conquer that challenge by asking questions. Okay. So anytime I meet people and I tell them this is what I do, I ask them, do you know any place I can get such kind of materials? I'm really fed up with the ones I have. And then they'll tell me, okay, try this place, try that place. And that was how I was able to conquer that challenge. Okay. Then the third challenge was the fact that people were not used to this kind of things. People were used to walking down into the supermarket and get a card for 200 naira, 350 or 400, just like that, already made card like that. They were not used to paying such amount of money for a customized card. They, in this Africa, people just have this thing. Why would I spend so much money on card?
Exactly.
Why should I? But, well, subsequently, with time, I was able to get them convinced that these cards are not like every other normal card that we see in supermarkets. These cards are made specifically for the person you are giving it to. So you can put the person's picture, you can put the person's name, and they can, I'm telling you, that particular card that inspired me 10 years ago is still in my father's house. Very clean and new.
And new.
Yes.
Wow.
So that's the difference between these kinds of cards and the normal conventional cards that we find in the supermarket.
So let's go about the whole design and write-ups. I mean, you didn't learn this thing from anybody.
No.
You just developed it on your own.
Yes.
So how did you come about the whole write-up and the design, the font type, and then the financial aspect of it?
Okay, when I started in 2017, I started with very few materials. Somebody asked me recently if I got all my materials at once. I told the person bluntly, no, I did not. You cannot just start a business by getting everything at once. So I just got one scissors, one this, one that, one pencil, and all that initially. But what I do, for example, in making this card, it's simple. You just need an embossed paper. It's called embossed paper. This paper that has design, it looks like cardboard, but it's thicker than cardboard. And it comes in different colors. Now you need that paper, and then you need a straw board. In between these two embossed paper, white and orange, there is a hard paper in between,
inside,
and it's called straw board.
Okay.
Now that straw board is what gives it this it can fall and it's
Still the same.
nothing happens to it. So I got them with my personal savings because, of course, when I started, I did not have any patronage. I just did them and let people see them, and then they could start buying. So I got them with my personal savings. I didn't get any help from anybody else. That was that. Then the design, I would tell every artist out there, do not start a design without sketching it out.
Wow.
Because everything that we see that exists today came from somewhere, came from someone's mind. So it invariably means that the person had seen the picture in his mind or in her mind before creating it. So what I do whenever I want to start a design, I pick up my pen and sketch out what I want to see and try to visualize what I would like to reproduce.
Wow.
When I see it, when I just get a picture in my mind, I start sketching it out. Once I'm done sketching it out, then I can start doing something. So that's what I would like to advise every artist. They don't just wake up one morning and say, okay, I like that card I saw on TV. Let me try it and just start doing something. You will frustrate yourself.
Definitely.
So sketch out something. That's what I do all the time. Whether I'm working on paper, flowers, or making cards, or making props, I sketch out the shape. I sketch out the kind of font, the font I would like to use, the kind of design I would like to use, and all that.
Wow. Well, as you can see, my table is beautifully designed today. So we would love you to please help us go through these cards. Let's know what this is and probably the materials that you use in making them.
Okay, let me start with we talked about cards a lot. Let's talk about flowers.
Wow. We have another beautiful one here.
Okay, now this is just a simple flower, very simple flower. Wow. It will amaze you to find out the procedures of making this flower. It doesn't really take much time. Okay. It just needs your patience and initiative to be able to visualize something and bring something out of it. Now this is a normal flower. These are the petals. Okay. Normal flower. What we do is this particular kind of paper is called sugar paper.
Alright.
It comes in different colors. It's very cheap. Very cheap. So you can get these flowers and cut out the petals and stick them together with top bond.
Okay.
Not elbow stick, not the one shoemaker used to make shoe.
Top bond.
Top bond, that white one.
Okay.
You can use top bond or wool glue. There is a glue called wool glue. It's the same glue that people that make Ankara bags and Ankara shoes use. So you can use either wool glue or top bond. It's just simple procedure. Cut out the petals, stick them together, and put them on a base. There is a base behind.
Okay.
So it will not just be hanging like that. There is a base behind. You just cut out, get a round object and draw out something, either on cardboard or on embossed paper, and stick it to it. That's the same thing for this other flower. And for any other kind of flower, whether rose flower, any kind of flower, sunflower, whatever kind of flower that you're making, it's the same procedure. Just know the shape of the petals, these ones. Sketch it out, count them. Like I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of the bigger ones. And if there are going to be 6 outer petals, then there should be 6 inner petals as well.
Okay.
So that's how we make those ones. Then for cards.
So sorry, before we go to the cards now, how will these flowers be used? What would they be used for?
Okay, usually they have 2 uses. Okay. You can either use them as room decor for your room decoration.
Just on your wall. Okay.
Stick them to your walls. Or you can use them as backdrop or backdrop design. For example, you maybe somebody's getting wedded and they need a photography area where the couple will take pictures with their guests and all that. So you can put those paper flower as the backdrop, and they'll take pictures in front of them. So when you take the picture, you will see the flowers behind instead of seeing normal, maybe just normal black backdrop or something, or banner or something. So it's trending now in big cities a lot. Like paper flower is really trending.
It's really trending. Alright, thank you very much. So let's move over to the cards.
Okay, for the cards, now this is a portrait. Sorry, this is a landscape card. I call it one-legged landscape. One leg because it's standing on one leg.
Okay.
Now, there are times when it comes in full landscape. Now, like I said earlier, this is embossed paper. And I have embossed paper of orange, of red, and of white. And what I did here simply is to cover this straw board that is inside. I told you the straw board is what makes it hard.
Yes.
Cover it up with Evo stick or V-track. I know many people know it as V-track. It's what shoemaker used to stick shoe together. Okay. Let me put it in a layman's word. Okay. So Evo stick or V-track to put the straw board and the emboss together after getting your measurements. That is why you need to sketch first. When you sketch, you can say length 6 centimeter, breadth 6 centimeter, and all that. So that's why you need that sketch. Okay, so when you're done covering it up, then you can think of any other design that you want to put on it. Now these designs are just normal round designs. I just
put cardboard or what?
No, I told you earlier, I don't use cardboard at all. Cardboard does not come with this kind of design. Emboss came normally, it comes normally with this design on it, so I prefer to use emboss. So now one more thing, if you would want to be a paper crafter, you would have to learn calligraphy, how to manipulate fonts and how to write very sweetly. For example, I wrote this is a birthday card, and you need to learn, you need to go back to primary school to learn how to construct letters. Yes. And so that's how it is. So you just have a simple design at the back like this. Yeah, that's all for. And
then you don't need any write-up inside?
You know, you need a write-up inside.
Okay.
It depends on, like, most of these cards, they come as customized cards. For example, a client comes up to you and says, my husband is getting married, I need something special for him. So you could ask your client, do you need me to write a message for you, or would you like to write a message for me to put in there? So if the person says, don't worry, go ahead and write, then you can write. And so you follow strictly what your client wants, unless you're making something for yourself. So now this is a portrait card. It's full portrait. It has a curved edge. I made it specially for you, thank God.
Thank you.
Okay, so it's the same procedure. All you need to do is to have a brain that can think. Whatsoever you can think, you can manipulate with the papers that you have. Then there's one other card, which is called quilling card. In quilling card, we manipulate this same embossed paper to form quills, like spiral designs, and we mount them on this background. And those ones are usually very beautiful, although they take a lot of time. For example, for a quilling card, I could use 6 to 7 hours to make just one.
Just one? Just one. That is almost like a day.
That's like a day. So if I'm making 2 in a day, you see. So when we tell people, sorry, you are going to pay 6,000 naira, 7,000 for this card, they're like, what did you do? Is it not just card that you did? So there's a lot of work that goes into that. Then also we make props. Why props are needed is so that we will not talk too much. So if you have a prop and you just use it for a picture, anytime the person sees the picture, the person should be able to read, okay, we're talking about youth angle today. This person maybe was a guest for youth angle or something. So that's why we make props. So props are used for bridal showers, for weddings, for social events, for any kind of, in fact, for corporate events. Funnily enough,
even birthdays.
Birthdays, people use props now for any kind of events. I've seen people use props for funerals, like, we'll miss daddy. Yes, so it's just a way of expressing yourself by just holding something. And it's basically to take pictures. Yes, so that's what we make props for. And I also make paper bags, brown paper bags for shopping. One of my drive for making brown paper bags was because I studied environmental management, geography and environmental management. And we are seriously looking for a way to reduce the amount of plastics and polythene materials on our streets. If you walk around in the city, you will see so many rubbish. And we're trying to reduce those things because those things they are not really biodegradable. So they would be there for thousands and thousands of years. And as they melt, either by burning or by heat or whatever, they go up to the atmosphere, reducing increasing global warming, which is the major problem that we have right now. Everybody's complaining that US for 10 years old. And we are the cause of all this. So if we make use of papers instead of plastic, paper bags are actually better degradable than plastic. So if we make use of those brown grocery bags, it will save us the stress of thinking of what to do with our trash, maybe our Faro bottle and all that.
That's true.
When we are done. Okay, so that was my inspiration
about
going
bags.
into paper bags.
Wow.
So we can use paper bags to sell suya, for example, instead of using
newspaper.
You don't know where they got those newspapers from.
That's true.
You can use brown grocery bags. You can also maybe roasted chicken or fried chicken or something like that. Something just you can pick up in the market, carrots, vegetables. You can use those paper bags.
So we hope these paper bags are not that expensive.
No, they are not that expensive.
Alright, so if I need a customized card like this one now, how much will I pay to get something like this?
Okay, it comes with, there are two things I consider before I give a price.
Okay.
The size, I have big, I have medium and small. And the design. If it's going to be a normal design like this, this, and it's this size, because this is big.
It's big, yeah.
This is big size. I could say, okay, I'll give you for 6,000 naira. Then 4,000 naira, then 2,000 naira. 4,000 naira for medium, 2,000 naira for small. But then, if I'm going to be quilling, like I told you, quilling takes much time, 6 to 7 hours. It could be almost double the amount. Because that one is usually very heavy. Yes, and it has a lot of work and a lot of artistic initiative has to go into it. So that's what that one could cost up to 10,000 naira for big, or even more, depending on what you want. Because sometimes I allow my clients to sketch the design or go through my Instagram page to choose a design that I've done before, and I will duplicate it.
Okay.
So it all depends.
Alright, so the flowers now.
The flowers, okay. The flowers, usually one flower goes for 2,500.
Wow.
Yes, that's one flower. But then, well, that's the price. Unless I meet the client, then we can talk about it later.
Okay, but the flowers, do they also come in shapes and sizes?
Yes, they come in shape and sizes.
Okay, so it depends on the size.
On the size and the design. Some are quite complex. Some other ones could, in 2 hours you're done. But some other ones, 4 hours, 5 hours, you are still doing one because they are very big. So usually to make a backdrop design, I do biggest. And I just arranged it in such a way so that it will not look, everything is just big on the background and it's all crowded. So I do big, and then I do medium, and then I do small flowers. And they all come in different colors and different prices.
Oh my God. So I don't know, do you think your environment presently is affecting this paper crafts business of yours?
Oh,
you really need to know, because you are really into this business, and I must say I'm interested in it seriously. So do you think your environment is affecting it?
Okay, first of all, when I was coming to Jalingo, I brought all my working tools and all that, but I've not been able to find places to get good materials.
Okay, here
in Jalingo, and getting people to patronize the business has been very, very hectic. Everybody's saying, we don't know this thing, and it's like a new thing to them. So it has really been challenging. My clients from Port Harcourt and other places still call, but those persons here in Jalingo, nah.
So that means Jalingo have really, not really Jalingo precisely, but the environment and what people are used to.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good opportunity for people of Jalingo to try new things, And wow, imagine you having this one now for your birthday parties, and then you having paper craft flowers around your backdrop for backdrop. It's going to be wow. It's going to be good, even if it's just for birthday, wedding, anniversary. You can just buy it to even surprise somebody. It mustn't be a celebration.
Yes, it must
just
be a
thank you for being a blessing to my life. Thank you for being there. Wow, I must say this is indeed a big encouragement. Just imagine what you could achieve from not even learning it formally, in a formal way. So why not sit down as a youth and think, what am I good at? So Faith, I must believe you have a driving force, because you don't just wake up and decide to do this thing. Something was driving you. So what was that driving force that makes you to continue with this paper crafts?
Okay, I like the fact that I was making money out of it.
Oh, it was only the money.
I was making money out of it, and I was making people really excited about, especially event planners and those who are celebrating something or the one thing or the other. When I make backdrops for them, paper backdrops, I just enjoy the fact that they're excited. I see the excitement in their faces, and I'm like, good. And the fact that it's innovative, this is not something very common, something it's not an everyday thing.
Definitely.
Makes me want to just continue.
Wow, wow, wow. So finally, please, what is your advice to youths who just sit at home idle and then they tell you there is no job? What do you think? What's your advice to them? Let's
There
know.
is always something to do.
Okay.
There is always, look out for a problem and find a solution to it. There is always something to do. And money is not a problem.
Okay.
If you, there's a usual saying that where there is a will, there is a way.
There's a way.
So if you can just find out that, okay, I noticed that in this place, people don't know, the people don't eat cake. Let me start making cakes. Something. I just noticed that these people don't know how to do this. Let me start making this. Look around you.
Environment.
Pick one problem. You don't have to pick 15 problems at a time. Pick just one problem and prefer a solution to it. That's it. You cannot sit idle.
Oh my God, I'm so happy having you in the studio today. So youth, please look around you. The environment, we have a lot of problems in the society right now, and you can be a solution to that. So just look around you. What do you think is lacking in your society? What do you think your environment needs? You can be a difference. You are the best in every aspect of your life. So please don't just sit idle. Look for one thing to engage yourself in. And I tell you, the sky will only be your stepping point. So thank you very much, Faith.
Thank you.
I'm so happy having you today. And thank you for giving us this wonderful and lovely card.
Yes.
I would love to see you guys next time, same station. I remain myself, Eunice Yakubu Adamlo. Bye for now.